At this time, it is 6:11, 12 weeks to the minute that the shooting began. I would like to ask everyone to join me in a moment of silence.
The eyes of the nation are on Butler County today, and specifically the Butler Farm Showgrounds, where former President Trump is returning to where he was shot at earlier this year. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Erica Stanish. Supporters were lined up for hours ahead of the gates opening to see former President Trump return to the place where he and 3 others were shot during a campaign rally nearly 3 months ago. Our Ricky Sayer is live from the Butler Farm Showgrounds, where the former president is speaking on the stage right now. Ricky, what can you tell us?
Former President Donald Trump spoke for about an hour and a half. Finishing just moments ago, he stood at the exact same spot where he was shot in July, but this time around, he was protected by protective glass as well as an expanded perimeter.
And as I was saying,
former President Donald Trump came back to Butler, Pennsylvania on Saturday, almost 3 months after a would-be assassin's bullet grazed his ear.
All who have visited this hallowed place will remember what happened here, and they will know of the character and courage that so many incredible American patriots have showed and know.
A number of people in the crowd also attended his rally the day of the shooting in July.
It means that, hey, he's a fighter and he's going to fight for us. And it meant the world, I think, to the people there when he came up and said, you know, I'm okay.
The former president paid tribute to Corey Comparator, killed while trying to protect his family during the attack.
Corey leapt into the fire one more time. In his last seconds of this earth, he threw himself on the top of his wife and daughters. He didn't want them hurt.
Security is extra tight after July's shooting and another apparent attempt on Trump's life at his West Palm Beach golf club only weeks ago. Snipers and U.S. Secret Service agents were stationed inside and outside the secure perimeter of the Butler Farm Show Fairgrounds on Saturday, including the roof of a warehouse the gunman used to fire multiple rounds. Meanwhile, in North Carolina Saturday, Vice President Kamala Harris surveyed devastation from Hurricane Helene.
I think that these moments of crisis bring out some of the best of who we can be and who we are.
Helene, the deadliest U.S. storm since Hurricane Katrina in 2005, has already claimed at least 225 lives in several southern states. And while former President Trump has finished speaking here, he did encourage people to stay. He said there would be some musical performances they would be interested in right now. YMCA is playing and people are dancing along with that. We can also tell you that according to the Secret Service, there were 24,000 people in attendance. Live in Butler, Ricky Sayer, KDKA-TV News.